here, still in bed, but I'm going to get up soon. I'm going to get up soon. And I just felt like I wanted to come talk to my people before I really got up, before I really started my day, because, we're doing it a little differently today. I usually don't even get, stay in bed this late, but that's what we're doing. Listen, we are 9 days away from the release of Ain't No Lover Boy FR. So if you have not checked it out, you need to go ahead and check it out. If you have not pre-saved it, you need to go ahead and pre-save it. I don't want to tell you that no more. If you really a part of the Lions Den, you should have been pre-saved it a long time ago. All right. But listen, what I want to come on here and talk to y'all about Lions is not just necessarily for me. I'm not complaining. I'm just opening doors, and I'm making sure that the people who are in the shoes I once were in, feel it. All right. If you have not pre-saved Ain't No Lover Boy FR, please go ahead and pre-save it. We are 9 days away. All right. 9 days away. Now, I could come on here and strategically intertwine promoting my single with some fake ass bullshit I want to talk about. However, I'm coming on here being real and doing the same thing, unlike some people. Because everything in the Lions Den is organic, baby. Everything in the Lions Den is organic. All right, listen. If you have not liked the video at all, go ahead. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. That's what pushes it out. Pushes it out. The likes, the comments, the hearts. Yeah, push it out. So, Lions, I really want to talk to y'all about something very, very, very important. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting it be known, what it was and how it was. And this was only about 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I was 18 years old, 17 years old. And I just want y'all to go down. I want to go down memory lane with y'all. Because I try to really, collect my words before I speak, And if you have not pre-saved, I'm going to say it one more time. You only should be in here if you pre-save Ain't No Lover Boy FR. We're 9 days away from the release. So listen. And like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm just talking to my Lions, talking to my people. It was 6 years ago, and of course I've transformed. What's up, Astro? What's up, Margarita? Margarita. Of course, time has changed or whatever, but it's 6 years ago. I was, 294 pounds, had a gap, short, dark skin. Let's be for real. Even with the things we see on TikTok, social media, y'all don't want to talk about it because it's true. But more fair people, more fit guys, and I'm fit myself, so that it doesn't really apply to me. But I speak for the people who have once felt unheard and unseen and unvalued like I once did. So more fit guys, lighter guys, pretty eyes, pretty girls, lighter girls are constantly pushed out. They're pushed out more than the average person you would, the person you were much see on the average, And when I talk about things about how height, weight, look, gaps, plays into my career, or just anything like that, I guess because it's a conversation many people have had, but they've never had it from a male perspective. So sometimes people don't want to hear the conversation, but it's a conversation that should be had because we haven't had it from a male perspective at all. A lot of times we only hear from, women, colorism, how it affects them, or just, fit. Even take D'Angelo, how he was sexualized for his body and stuff like that. Like, it's a certain person that society feels should be in those positions. And I'm not saying that I'm not one of those people, but I damn sure wouldn't have been one of the first people that people chose to be in this position. What's up, Bosch family? And I think it's very important that I speak up, and I'm not playing when I say this, and it's not no corny, it's very much so true. Because the things I endured when I was fat, when I had a gap, all that stuff, unacceptable. The way people treated me, unacceptable. Now, guaranteed, I was fat, I did have a gap, I didn't think I was that handsome, but did that give people the right to treat me the way they did? No. So with that being said, I move accordingly with people. You know, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you have to be blind or just ignorant to what's, just to stuff like that. And I'm not even one of those people to be, oh, color and all this. Like I said, I ain't the darkest, but I know if I'm this dark, it's affecting somebody else that's darker. It is. Whether they're Hispanic, black, it don't matter. Black is black. I think a lot of times y'all forget that. I feel like some people who are constantly always picked, people who are constantly always picked don't know how it feels to not be picked. People who went from a point in their life where they were society, called them ugly, or, they were fit or not fat, and they grew into somebody sexy. Those people are different than the people who are just naturally born with the sex appeal. People who are naturally born with sex appeal will never understand what people who grew into their sexiness have to go through. We're talking about the man who was, big, and a year later he's like fit, ripped. He looks, people don't talk about that. People don't talk about what people go through before. If you're used to always being in the spotlight, if you're used to always, you ain't the one for me. I do this for people who have felt unheard. The people who should have been in the spotlight, but the spotlight chose not to pick them because they didn't look like how the typical people in the spotlight look. And I look like one of the people in the spotlight, but I just won't forget the people who don't. Because at one point in my life, I felt as though I didn't. And I will never forget that. I just couldn't. I couldn't. No matter how much weight I look, no matter how fit I get, no matter none of that, I just could never forget where I come from, how I was treated, and I just would never forget it. And it's like I'm at the point now where, I'm not even necessarily. I'm actively fit. I actively have a nice body, actively handsome, but it's like I never will forget. I never will forget. So I have to speak up about it. I don't have problems, weight problems now and stuff, but I just got to speak on it. Because it very much so needs to be heard. And society has this thing where they feel like tall. Well, I can't say that because some people love a dark skin, you know what I'm saying? But when it come down to the people in the public eye, the people they want Aaron Pierre's in the public eye. They want a Damson, but they want Aaron Pierre's in the public eye. Some people feel as though, and it's not even necessarily that, it's the people. It's the people. Lighter is brighter, lighter is fairer. And like I'm saying, I'm not saying it, and I don't give a, I'm only saying this because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm just copping the race. Color does not affect my career. Me being a mocha black man, me being used to be fat and skinny now, or me used to having a gap and not having a gap now, ain't affecting no numbers. I ain't trying to add to no strings. I'm just trying to come on here and talk to my people. All right? You get what I'm saying? Me coming on here and talking about the days when I was fat, the days when I was big, or, and how that transpired into my artistry now, it ain't for no sales. It ain't to be corny and to try to promote my single at the same time. It's really to talk to people about the stuff I went through. What's up, Fish? Yo. It's really to talk to the people about the stuff I went through. And I will continue to go through. And it's like you have so many people. You got that one friend. I'm just giving you an example. Because like I said, I'm not the darkest. But I must speak because I know if I'm going through it, other black men are going through it too. In the game. Or people who feel like they need to be represented for real. Society has our mind wired in a way that we only support certain people with a certain look. And I'm saying we because before I woke up, hell, I did the same damn thing. You feel me? Yeah. We only support people who fit into societal norms. Like you gotta understand what I'm saying. Even people that like special needs people and stuff like that. Like, bro, I have a heart for everybody. My baby sister has autism, so the need for me to make sure people feel included is very important for me. It's very important for me. No matter where you come from, your background. I really mean that, bro. It's just where I'm from. It's just where I'm from. It's just how I give it up. It's just me. And like I said, I know I wasn't society's first pick. You know, I had to grow into somebody who became society's first pick, but I wasn't always society's first pick. And I just think it's very imperatively important that I speak about it. I think it's important because people, they talk about all, fat pride and stuff like that, but people, don't nobody want to be fat. I'm just saying it from personal experience. People, they say they love that, they say they love it, they happy, but nah, man. The societal things that come with, being big, just all that different type of stuff, having a messed up smile or not being tall enough or whatever it may have you, that affects people. That's why I do what I do. That's why I need y'all to appreciate Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Because it's for everybody who have felt underseen, underappreciated, underheard, all that. All that. Not the people who stay in the spotlight. Edward Sales, I feel like you're a child. I don't play with children. This is the Lions Den, not the Cubs Den, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you something. If I like boys, your daddy does too. Now get off my damn live with that. Anyway, nah, Edward, you're funny, man. You're funny. You need to like the video and subscribe, Edward. You trying to come over here and troll, and I run this ship. I'm the troller over here. Call me the boogeyman. And while you over here trolling, you need to be pre-saving Ain't No Lover Boy FR. We 9 days away from the release. When it drops, you need to be streaming it. What's wrong with you? You already knew that. Boogeyman. All right, Lions, listen. If you have not pre-saved Ain't No Lover Boy FR, I'm going to check in with y'all later on. I'm about to get up, get my day started, do my face routine, brush my teeth, wash my face, all the different good type of jazz, do that good stuff. It's 11 o'clock, and I don't even stay in the bed this late, but the way it felt like polar bear pussy laying outside, I just couldn't even make it out the door. If you get me, you get me. We from the South, and it don't ever be cold down here unless it's, we get a ½ inch of snow, and we shutting it down. All right, Lions, but I love y'all. When I say I love you, I mean it. Never forget it. A lot of people say they love you and they mean it. They don't mean it. So I'll see y'all later. Album 12. Do not forget to pre-save Ain't No Lover Boy FR. The song is out in 9 days. We've been doing so good. We've been doing so good. We have made it so far. We went from 130 days, 120 to 90 to 60 to 30. Now we at 9 days away. We doing big things in the Lions, and I love y'all. Album 12. All right, Edward. Let me give him who else came on here? Astro, Margarita, Botch Family, Fish, Edward. I love all my Lions in the den. Stay safe, stay high.